Hi, my name is Keegan.
And I'm Kevin.
We are both juniors here at Westminster College in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Do you like having class on Fridays? Nah, me neither.
Most classes at Westminster don't have class on Fridays.
Do you like to ski and snowboard?
We do, and there are 6 convenient ski resorts within 30 minutes of campus.
Ayo! Do you like psychology? Well, we've got some pretty sweet psychology professors here.
If you enjoy any or all of these aspects, Westminster is probably a good fit for you.
Come to Westminster! Speaking of psychology, we're here to tell you about the importance of our field.
We will inform you about the importance of research in psychology and tell you why people wrongfully discredit it. The main points we will talk about are accessing reputable psychology research, evaluating something called the college sophomore problem, and informing you about the harms of pseudoscience. Hopefully this presentation will impact the way you look at psychology as a scientific field in the future.
What is your knowledge of current psychological research? Besides the classics, what do you know about modern psychology? If you don't know much, that's not surprising because modern psychological findings aren't easily accessible to the public. For the most part, they are published in peer-reviewed academic journals. Psychologists don't often communicate findings with the public because there are very few rewards for doing so. When you go to the bookstore, what do you see in the psychological section? Most likely, you'll see the classics, Freud and Skinner, and sometimes pseudoscience self-help books. Why does this happen, and why is this harmful?
The general public has a very skewed image of psychology research. Media portray psychology results as a breakthrough in the scientific world, when in reality, psychology research comes in gradual stages. It must build off past empirical findings and then apply them to their theory that they are testing. It is a dull process because it takes longer to find more concrete findings rather than one breakthrough finding. The media hates this process because they want quick results, because quick results gets more clicks, and more clicks means more money in their pockets. Be sure to clearly read articles posted by mainstream media to see how they conducted their methods and if their research was based on previous articles.
People also hate on psychology because it's associated with pseudoscience. Most often, you will see pseudoscience articles mixed in with psychological articles. The difference is that pseudoscience beliefs claim to be scientific, but in fact have no evidence backing up their claims, while psychology research is based on scientific methods that provide evidence.
The claim that vaccines cause autism is false. Children are diagnosed with autism around the same time they receive vaccinations, and their parents associate a cause and effect relationship between the two. There have been experiments testing these claims, and there is no evidence that vaccines cause autism. This pseudoscience belief not only endangers the child, but also other children that interact with them. It also brings back old diseases that you've probably heard about in the news.
One more reason psychology has so many haters is because of the college sophomore problem. This is a common critique that attempts to invalidate findings conducted on college campuses because their sample populations are primarily college sophomores. The haters will disregard these studies entirely because of this sampling issue. However, just because an experiment has limitations, it does not mean that the methods or the means of the study as a whole should be thrown out. Rather, it shows that more research should be done on the topic. For example, say research is done on sleep deprivation and its effects on cognition, and the sample for this population is college sophomores. This study has limitations, but still has relevant information.
Actually, the college sophomore problem is often not an issue because these studies are discovering basic underlying principles of human cognition. For example, in the same experiment on college sophomores about sleep deprivation and cognition, say the findings found a noticeable effect on cognition and found that cognition was affected by sleep deprivation. This study's results would have a high degree in validity because it is addressing an underlying principle, i.e., sleep has an effect on our brains. Psychology as a science gets a good amount of grief from the media, other scientific disciplines, and the general public, often for no good reason. Ways to reduce bias about psychology. 1. Always be skeptical of studies that are big in the media. Be sure to clearly read them and see how they conducted their methods and see if their research was based on previous articles.
2. Distinguish the difference between pseudoscience claims and evidence-based claims by making sure the research is academically reviewed. 3. The college sophomore problem is a limitation to studies, but it does not invalidate studies completely. Rather, it shows that there needs to be more research done. And often, it's not a limitation because some research is investigating underlying mechanisms that aren't affected by demographics.